Two, three, four. Yep. Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. SYLBOURNE here. I'm calling from the UK. Well, not calling, but just giving a quick video. Just want to keep just been watching this news in the UK over the past um, couple of days, and it's regarding virus, this virus from China. And I'm just wondering. I posted a couple of it on Facilitators for Better Jamaica page, but the news just 24 minutes ago says China coronavirus lockdown measures rise across Hubei province. And I know Jamaica at this present moment is doing a lot of deals with China, and I'm just wondering to see if there's any sort of precautionary measures which is in place in Jamaica. Now, of course, the UK is in the process of having all these different measures which are in place, and I'm speaking from a UK perspective as I'm in London, but just curious about what is happening in Jamaica because they said the latest in China regarding coronavirus is that Wuhan's public transport lockdown come into force as of 10 a.m. local time, leaving normal busy train stations and airports empty. Right? One resident said on social media, uh, people were on the verge of tears when they heard about the closures. Demand for rubber gloves, surgical masks has soared. What is this coronavirus? And this is one of the questions. What is this coronavirus? Is it taken very seriously? And I don't know. I don't know if you guys are aware of it or what is happening. And they said the coronavirus in China so far has killed tens of people and spread to several provinces as well as the US, Thailand, and South Korea. Wuhan, the city at the center of the coronavirus, was locked down on Thursday. Origin is suspected to be a food market that conducted illegal transaction of wild animals. Officials in the UK are monitoring flights from China. As in, can this coronavirus be transferred through items bought from Wuhan and posted to the UK? They said there's no evidence there's a risk. Some diseases, including coronavirus that causes SARS, can spread through services contaminated by people coughing or sneezing on item. It has not been shown this new coronavirus can do that. Even if it could, there would be silly questions. There would still be questions about whether international shipping would be a major problem. Cold viruses tend to survive less than 24 hours outside the human body, although norovirus, a severe stomach bug, can last months outside of the body. I said, is there any such reasons such viruses are emerging from China? That's what the question. Is there any reason why it is emerging from China? Guatum. They said yes. Large populations of people living in close proximity to animals, this coronavirus almost certainly came from an animal source, with one suggestion being snakes. SARS, another coronavirus that originated in China, came from bats and the civet cat. The early cases of this new infection were traced to the South China seafood wholesale market. Live wild animals were also sold, including chicken, bats, and snakes. Right? It is a far cry, they say, from usual shopping experience if you're used to your meat nicely cut up and clear in plastic packaging in your typical Western supermarket. Right? Is this likely to play a SARS type outbreak with clusters swine flu situation where everyone is affected? The expectation is this will be close to severe acute respiratory syndrome than swine flu because the new coronavirus is a relative of SARS. One of the unanswered questions is how readily this virus spreads from one person to another. They said it wasn't going from person, but it can go from persons to another. How does the speed of the confirmed spread compare with previous outbreaks? And does that suggest anything about the transmission vector? These are questions persons are asking. It is very hard to know how fast it is actually spreading. It might appear as though cases have soared from 40 to 440 in less than a week, but this may be misleading, right? The UK at this present moment is monitoring flights. Well, someone just said it spreads fast. The UK is monitoring flights from China as precaution, right? Is Jamaica monitoring flights from China or Chinese coming to Jamaica because of the close proximity of arrangements with Jamaica and China? Because it seems like this is a very subtle infection where it is growing. It is like so many other news items are all over the place that you cannot see. You've got the Trump, the Prince Harry, Brexit, but there's this undergirding crisis which is rising, and I'm wondering if persons are actually aware and taking it serious, and for particular country, and especially for Jamaica. I don't know. I'm just asking, but I just been in the UK and just seeing what is happening and have my close affinity to Jamaica. Just want to know if the Jamaican authorities are taking this very seriously. I'm sure they are, but I'm not seeing anything much. And it would be good to. I posted three topics or three articles, but I've not seen anything really, and nobody really coming back. Right? It spreads fast. Kill rate is of 1 of 30 with 600. These are persons. I'm on YouTube as well, so persons are actually commenting there. The UK is to monitor flights arriving from China as part of a series of precautionary measures after the spread of a new coronavirus. The measures announced by the Department of Health will apply to flights from Wuhan to London Heathrow. So therefore, if London is monitoring this, yeah, let's talk about Jamaica. London is monitoring this for that purpose, and persons are also from London going to Jamaica. We're not talking about Chinese, persons going back to Jamaica. Therefore, we got to watch what is really happening. That is it. The flights will be met in isolated part of Terminal 4 with a health team available to check for symptoms, right? That is flights from Wuhan to London. Public Health England said the current risk to the UK has been changed from very low to low. So you had very low, so it's now low. So therefore, what is happening? It is increasing the risk level, even though it's still at low, but it was at very low, and now it is low. The health team will check for symptoms of coronavirus and provide information to all passengers about the symptoms. Meanwhile, the Foreign Office advised against all but essential travel to Wuhan, which is in China. The first flight in the UK after the measure announced landed just after 1600 GMT. Right? Somebody said could kill half a billion people fast. Wow. And what they're saying is that there is no, if I should say, there's no cure as yet. I'm just seeing someone commenting on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. Spokesman for Heathrow said the airport was working with the government to support the implementation of the measures. Right? Theo White, someone on YouTube just said on Facebook, it could easily spread to Jamaica. Right? And that is why I'm just saying, are we cognizant of this? Are we aware of what is happening now? It's very easy. In the UK recently, if you recall, they weren't Chinese, but they were from Thailand. These were persons, it was the Thailand or Vietnamese that was in that lorry, and that lorry where they were found dead. So at the same time, you have persons who are being smuggled, not through the normal channel. So therefore, if people are being smuggled from China or Asia coming to the UK, right, to Europe, if anything, and get into the UK or in Europe, and then not being checked, you can see what could happen. So is Jamaica aware? Is Jamaica prepared? Are we prepared? Are we cognizant of what is happening? Right? The outbreak has killed 17 people, and there are more than 500 confirmed cases. I know sometimes we watch these movies, these zombies movies or whatever like that, but this is sort of a similarity thing that we're looking at, whereby there's, I'm not here to spread doom and gloom, but I just believe that it is important that we're cognizant and aware of what is happening, right? What I said, vast majority of cases have been in Wuhan, and Chinese authorities believe the virus originated from a seafood market that conducted illegal transaction of wild animals. It has spread to other Chinese cities, and a handful of cases have been identified abroad, including in Japan and the US. There have been no cases in Britain so far, but listen, in Japan and the US. On Tuesday, authorities in China confirmed for the first time that human to human transmission of the virus had taken place. Before, they didn't believe that it would take place with human to human, but now it is confirmed that human to human transmission of the virus has taken place. So it is evolving as we speak. I'm not an expert, but I'm just sharing some information which I believe is we should be aware. On Wednesday in the UK, Department of Health announced that there will be enhanced monitoring packaging placed to all direct flights, as I said before. Is Jamaica doing anything? Right? Ask your government, like ask your Minister of Health, ask what's his name, whatever the Minister of Health there in Jamaica. Check out what is happening. Spread of the new Chinese virus, ladies and gentlemen. So screening is stepping up. Expert in outbreak medicine at Aldo Health Children said it could be difficult to spot passengers infected with the virus because it takes about 5 days for symptoms to appear, and during this initial period, someone could seem completely healthy. Right? He told the BBC, in these symptoms, which include fever, cough, shortness of breath, and breathing difficulties, can also be difficult to differentiate from seasonal flu. Comes as authorities in several countries, including Australia, Singapore, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and Japan, have stepped up the screening of air passengers from Wuhan. U.S. authorities last week announced similar measures at airports in San Francisco, Los Angeles, in New York. Is Jamaica having anything in place? Are there anything in place in Jamaica? Right? Are there any checks? Are there any screening? Chinese nationals coming from China. Doesn't matter if they're from Wuhan. Jamaica have a lot of business arrangements, lots of workers coming from China. Roads. This is the purpose of why I'm just saying that. Not stigmatizing, but we got to be prepared and be ready. Okay? And so what we say now? So what we know about this Chinese coronavirus, right? Unfortunately, they sound like a bear, corona bear. But what do we know about this Chinese coronavirus, ladies and gentlemen? This type of virus is a new strain that hasn't been seen in humans before, which means doctors still have a lot to learn about it. Has not seen in humans before. Jack, when I said 18 dead now, yeah, some said bear. Someone on YouTube said yes, exactly, it's a bear. And I like Corona bear. You know, you put your lemon inside there. Right. The first human case were identified in the Chinese city of Wuhan in December 2019. There have not been any other suspected human case reported prior to this. The incubation period, how long it takes for symptoms to appear after catching infection, is days rather than weeks. Days rather than weeks, ladies and gentlemen. It is not yet known how or when the virus becomes infectious to people. Experts believe the first cases were transmitted by an animal. An animal. Other coronavirus, such as SARS and MERS, came from civet cats and camels, respectively. Right? At the moment, there's no vaccine that can protect people against it. There's no vaccine that can protect people against it. But researchers are looking to develop one. Okay? UK expert measures do not appear to include a medical screening of passengers at the airport, right? The screening involved taking people's temperature to check whether they have a fever and asking several questions to assess their risk. Right? They say it could mutate and spread further. China is stepping up containment measures, has still not been able to confirm the exact source of the virus. A lot of it is speculation. But the National Health Commission in China, Vice Minister, said there are evidence that the cause was mainly transmitted through the respiratory tract. Right? Ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to just come in quick, just came in from work, and I just wanted to share this and just want to share this video and to be aware and to be cognizant and to ask your authorities, your government, the health minister, the health sector, as to what they're doing about this, and do ask them. That's got to go, but won't this? Yeah, got to go, but won't this be fascinating to experience it? Right. So that's all. That's a quick one. Just all I'm getting information I'm getting from the media. You can go to BBC and just type into Google and you see lots of information about coronavirus, but just be aware of this. But check your authorities, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Silburn Sidel, and I'm out. And have a good day and have a blessed day all the way from the UK and in Jamaica. Enjoy yourself. And on YouTube, thank you so much for coming on, and for Facebook as well. Continue for coming on. I'll repost this video as well. But check out and find out about coronavirus. Check out about the background to it. Speak to health officers. Speak to your government. I forget who's the health minister again. Name just slipped me. Who's the health minister in Jamaica? Someone tell me. Who's the health minister in Jamaica? If you get it, 1, 2, 3, I'll give you a prize. 1, 2, 3. Who's the health minister? I know him, of course. I know him personally. But it just slipped me. Big risk for Jamaica, definitely. Who is health minister there in Jamaica? Come on, someone tell me quickly. Not Peter Bunting. It is. Anyway, I'm sure somebody will tell me anyhow after that. So YouTube, all the best. See you later. Cheers.